I hope you're all enjoying the tucker. That's what we call dinner. To commence the speeches, I would like to introduce Bob Markley. I don't know Bob that well, but what I do know of Bob, he's a top bloke. That's a great guy. He's welcomed us, all us at Trevilians, into his home and his family, and we really appreciate that. Bob, could you please step up?
Well, as I said, I am Bob Markley. I'm the father of the bride, and I had several months to think about what I was going to say, and I've written out this big long talk, and then Reverend Emily said about half of what I was going to say, and then Steve said his vows and said about a quarter of what I was going to say, and then Shelby got up and said the rest of it, so, you know, there went that. So I'm a little bit nervous. My mouth is dry and my hands are wet, and I should probably just put my hands in my mouth and sit down. But on a serious note, it's pretty serious. I'm deeply touched at those of you who have come so far, who have crossed mighty oceans, crossed continents to come here to support this couple. I'm just so touched, so impressed. One of my favorite quotes from history is from Joan of Arc as she was about to be put to death for her beliefs and for her actions. And she was asked, how can you be willing to give your life for what you believe? And this teenage girl replied very simply, as she was a simple maid. She said, all men give their lives for what they believe. Some men believe in little or nothing at all. But you have shown by being here that you really believe in something. I believe in family. I've tried to instill that in my girls, my son. The family is the most important thing, and I believe that family is central to the plan of the Creator for the eternal destiny of man. And that marriage is ordained of God, that it is holy, that it is sacred, and things are important. We make things important by what we're willing to invest in them, the effort we put into it, the sacrifice we make. And by your sacrifice, by your efforts, by being here, by showing up, you have sanctified and hallowed their relationship, their marriage in a way that is deeply moving to me. I just want to thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. I want to propose a toast to Shelby and to Steve. I don't have a glass. Someone bring me a glass, please. Marriage is, everybody that's married here knows marriage is not a cakewalk. It's not an easy thing. It has the potential to bring the most heartache, the most difficulty, the most challenges of any other relationship, but it also has the potential to produce the greatest joy. It's the most meaningful thing, and I believe that it is the very pinnacle, the highest state of civilization, and that in a very real way, the future of mankind is in your hands, Steve and Shelby, in a very real way. You have set your ship afloat. You have hoisted anchor upon the sea of life. A ship in safe harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are for. So here's to you, that you might have the strength to face the challenges of life, the courage to deal with them, and the wisdom to know when to ask for help, because you have a room full of people here that are your family now. Here's to you. Salute.
The next speaker I know a little better than Bob. He's also a top bloke and a great dad, although I have been told off a few times by him. So the next person I'd like to bring up is Tom, my dad and Stevie's dad.
I don't have a book to throw on the floor. And I've got nothing because they've said it all, just about. G'day. I'm Thomas, Tom, Tommy. I'd just like to put my glasses on and thank and welcome everybody for coming here for this very special occasion. Because we're from over at Oz, or from over Oz, I'd like to introduce my family. First of all, Janine, my lovely wife, if she'd just sort of throw her arms up in the air so everybody can see who she is. Blossom to me. Then my youngest daughter, Sarah, or Sares. You all know Rebecca, Beck, and Sam, her fiance. We live in a place called Canberra, capital of Australia. It's about 2 hours inland on the south coast of Australia. 2 hours, very importantly, from the snowfields, the snowy mountains in Australia, and about halfway between Sydney and Melbourne. Janine and I arrived in New York about 6 weeks ago. We had a fantastic week there, got over the jet lag, and spent another 3 weeks travelling down the southeast coast of America. Had a great time. We ended up down at Orlando to meet up with Shelby and Stephen and Suzanne and Bruce and stayed a few days there. That was a great little time to meet. After that, we headed north, I think north to Knoxville via the Smoky Mountains. Once we were arriving at Knoxville, we stayed 3 days with Denise and Bob, and the girls turned up, so we've had a lovely time getting to know everyone there. I'd just like to thank you all for your southern hospitality. It's been wonderful spending time with Shelby's family. It's been a little daunting thinking we're going halfway around the world to come over and meet another half to our new family, and it's been a marvellous experience. Steve, Trevor, Trev. I actually didn't even know his name was Trevor or Trev until I think it was Shelby that come back and was saying Trev, and I'm thinking, who's she talking about? Born the 3rd of November 87, big baby, grew up to be a happy little boy. Never any trouble for us. He loved the snow, the coast, his BMX riding, and generally having a good time. Eventually growing up to be a 6'4", smiling, caring, loving, and honest young man. After school, life consisted of partying, working to get money to go overseas. First stop was Whistler in Canada, then back home for another round of working, more money, and off to the US, Park City, Utah, and then bingo, Shelby. I don't know how I heard her name, but I didn't forget it. I thought she was a car. After some low-key contact, Things got a little more serious about 2.5 years ago when Shelby was instructing at Perisher in the Australian snowfields. About 12 months ago, Shelby and Steve come home to our place one Sunday afternoon and told Janine and I that they were engaged. Stephen had proposed to Shelby in the most fitting way on a T-bar, in the snow, doing the thing they love. Since then we've had a engagement party, bucks party, couple of hens parties to celebrate this reunion, or this union with our family and friends. And now the wedding. Two young people committed to each other. What a perfect match. They love each other. They love the snow. They love their families. They love the outdoors and good times. I have a little bit of advice for them for the future. Stay committed, stay focused, and stick with the things that you like to do together, and you'll have a fantastic life. As a family, I'd also like to take this opportunity to reassure Shelby's family that we, as a family, will do our best to support and to continue to love both Shelby and Steve in their future. Finally, Janine and I and our family are so proud of Shelby and Steve. Another great moment in our 35 years of marriage. Once again, I'd like everybody to raise a glass to Stephen and Shelby.
Hi again. Next up, we have the lovely bridesmaids. I have not yet got the chance to know them well, but Shelby has told me they're a great bunch of Sheilas, that'd be girls, whose friendship has lasted time and the distance of the Pacific Ocean. I'll open up the mic to the bridesmaids.
I'm having flashbacks for speechless. Okay. Shelby, you've always been like the one constant female in my life that I look up to. And, oh gosh, I'm like starting to cry. Yeah. Okay. I've always cared about what you think and like wondered what you're gonna do next. And I've always like bragged about my extreme, like big sis, globetrotting, wakeboarder, like snowboarding, rock climbing, yogi sister to like everyone I know. And I know that there's like, in my wilder days, like it may have seemed like I didn't care, but I want you to know that I always did. Oh God. Just like what I was afraid of. Hot dogs. Phone books. Rolling your phone. But you're such an amazing and genuine person, and that's probably why you have like a lot of people that flock to you and stay with you forever. And that's why I think that you and Steve will work out. And congratulations, I'm on the year.
Hello everyone. For those of you I haven't met, my name is Mary Jane, and I've been friends with Shelby for almost 20 years. I was surprised it was that long, totally all of it. But we became best of friends